Hey, I'm that typing dude, man. And this is that typing dude. Plays the American film. This is definitely game. Get the picture. It's February 8th, 2026. Wow, February 8th already. It's game 1407, 1407, 1407. Beep, beep. That's the end of the ways that we say that number. Okay, I think I'm on a 1 day honest streak and a 4 day streak, something like that. Something like that. Let us check in, as we do each and every day these days, with the anonymous player and Jaden. They will have texted, they have played, and they will have texted what their results were. And we're going to find out. Let's check first with the anonymous player. He's usually very concise with his report. Today's no exception. He writes these words: I got the picture. Does that mean he understood it or that he guessed it correctly? Because I don't get it. Oh, but he got it. He got the picture. All right. Good. Let's see what Jaden said. What did Jaden say? I got today's picture. I've never seen it, but I made an educated guess and it paid off. Hey, they both got it. Chances are good that I'm going to get it too then. Chances are pretty. Nothing to say about yesterday's game or the day before or the. I had something to say about. I can't remember what it was. A game a few days ago. Every once in a while, I'd say, "Oh, I should have said that." Oh, I'll say it next. Oh, it's been a couple of days. That's all right. And I always forget. Now I remember to say it. I forget what it was I going to say. Hmm? So let's just play the day's game. Come on. Show the whole screen. Show the whole screen. Okay. Yesterday, the answer was Soul, the Disney Pixar movie that I highly recommend. Man, animated film. I've never understood that. People who don't want to see anime. I mean, I get, my mother was like, I don't want to see animated films because I don't want to see a children's film. I was like, they're not children's films always. I mean, this one you could argue is fills all the quadrants. As a screenwriting teacher I had used to always say, it's like the quadrants are adult male, adult female, child male, child female, or man, woman, boy, girl. Anyway, those are the quadrants you're after. And a movie like Soul covers all four quadrants. So you could argue that it's a kid's movie. But there's a lot of animated films that aren't. They're not even supposed to be seen by kids. Anomalisa, the Charlie Kaufman film, for example. I mean, it has animated figures like he's eating her, what's the other word for a cat? A pussy, right? And, t- let's see. You don't want kids to see that. 89%. I don't recognize it right off the bat, although that looks like Charlie Sheen. Let's see in my, oh no, maybe it's Michael Douglas. Oh no, that's Michael Douglas. Okay. And, oh no, it's Kirk Douglas. Excuse me, it's Kirk Douglas. I actually thought, I didn't realize they looked that much alike until now. Um, well, is this Spartacus? It looks like it maybe is Spartacus. A movie I did not see. What did Jaden say again? It was an I've never seen it, but I made an educated guess and it paid off. All right. I suspect this is Spartacus because it looks like he's yeah, let's just see. Okay, let's see what the fucking um excuse me, let's see what the frigging choices are. The Arena. I don't even know what that movie is. Okay. Uh Minner. I don't know. No, I do know. I do know what that movie is, but it's not Ben-Hur. All right, now we know. Now that Ben-Hur is an option, we know it's going to be Spartacus. It's a sandal epic. We know Clash of the Titans is a sandal epic. Cleopatra is a sandal epic, and the last one is Spartacus. It's a sandal epic. All right, now let's do the honest score first. I get it honestly here. It's Spartacus. I don't really think I need to cover the screen, but I will anyway. So I can't see it in the unlikely. Okay. So I am on an honest 2-day streak. Okay. My real streak is like 79%. It'll always be, it will never not be 79%. Okay. Spartacus, Smichurgus, and okay. I'm on a 5-day streak. You are not. Yes, I am on this game. I am. Well, this game doesn't count. It counts. All right. 90.6. Oh, did it just go up? 90.6 correctly identified or guessed Spartacus. 5.7% guessed Bean Hure. 1.6% guessed Clash of the Titans. 1.4% guessed the Arena. And 0.8% guess Cleopatra, Cleo, Cleo, Cleopatra, Cleopatra, Cleopatra. All right, let's see what the stats are on my dis on 94. It seems like that's the same every day, isn't it? Me. Let's see what they said. Man. And you see, ensemble that includes Woody Strode. It's an all-star ensemble, and it's Woody Strode. Laurence Olivier. Great. Okay. Kenny Curtis, Gene Simmons, Charles Lawton, Peter Israel, and John Gavin. Infinitely recipient Kirk Douglas led Spartacus to recognition on several of the American Film Institute's lists to be the excellence of the icon, including among the greatest films of all time, the most heart-pounding thrills, the most inspiring movies, the greatest heroes, and the greatest epics in cinema history. Well, but Cleopatra was the answer recently, and uh, when Cleopatra was the answer, Spartacus was one of the options, and I think it was that because I spoke about Spartacus pretty recently, so I'm afraid I'm probably going to repeat the same thing pretty, pretty quickly on the heels of the last time I said it. But Spartacus, it wasn't the actual answer recently, was it? Well, anyway, Spartacus was a Kirk Douglas, was a Stanley Kubrick film. That's Kirk. Oh, it was a different Stanley Kubrick film with Kirk Douglas. Paths of Glory was the answer fairly recently. That's when I was talking about it. Because or maybe in Cleopatra too, I don't know. Anyway, Kirk Douglas had done Paths of Glory, and I believe his next film, or very soon after anyway, was Spartacus, and that director got fired. And then Kirk Douglas said, "Let's hire Stanley." He recommended Stanley Kubrick. They hired him. Stanley Kubrick hated the experience because it was the first time he worked under the Hollywood system, and it was the first time he didn't have total control of his films, and he never did it. He never worked that way again since that was all the experience he needed to say never again. And he always had complete control except for Eyes Wide Shut, his very last film, and only because he died before the film was finished. And he even had this assistant who knew how everything was supposed to go, but Stanley Kubrick was dead, and this guy who knew everything, they ignored him because he wasn't Stanley Kubrick. And so Eyes Wide Shut, we are not really seeing the Stanley Kubrick version. We're seeing he shot it. It's a Stanley Kubrick film, but it's not his version. We're seeing the executive version of Eyes Wide Shut, not the Stanley Kubrick version, and it shows. Um, anyway, Spartacus was his only Hollywood film where he didn't have control. without dying. And I never saw the whole thing, and he's one of my favorite directors. And see you next time.